Hello and welcome to another Minute with Matt. I'm Matt with New Life Church, and we're continuing our series of short Bible studies based on the book of Matthew. Today we're going to be covering Matthew chapter 14, verses 1 through 5. Begins, "At that time Herod the Tetrarch heard the report about Jesus." You know, the report about how he's healing the sick, raising dead, all kinds of things. "And said to his servants, 'This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore these powers are at work in him.'" So he's immediately saying that it's not God, some kind of ghost or whatever, but there's a reason why he was thinking about John the Baptist, who, interestingly enough, has no miracles attributed to him. But there's a reason. Because in verse 3 it says, "For Herod had laid hold of John and bound him and put him in prison for the sake of Herodias, his brother Philip's wife, because John had said to him, 'It is not lawful for you to have her.' And although he wanted him put to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet." So Herod had taken his brother's wife to be his own. And John the Baptist told him that was wrong. And when you do point out somebody's sin, we're supposed to speak the truth in love as we're commanded. We don't speak the truth in hate. We don't speak a lie in love. But when you point out somebody's sin, a lot of times they get toxic. They get upset. They'll start calling you, saying you're judging them. You see someone steal and you say, "You stole. You judged me." No. I saw you. Stealing is wrong, and I saw you steal. So people do get mad, upset, when you point out their sin. That's very prevalent in today's society. And those in power do very wicked things about it. In this case, Herod had John put in prison. In today's society, you get lawsuits and all kinds of other garbage going on. Just because the people are little kids pouting because someone said that what they did is wrong. Boo-hoo-hoo. The truth is, the reason they get upset is because they know it's wrong. That's why they need to keep being reaffirmed. It's right, it's right, it's right. Because they know it's wrong. And they need to keep on telling themselves and having other people tell them, no, it's right, it's right. What you're doing is right, what you're doing is right, what you're doing is right. Because when you know what you're doing is right, you don't need anyone's approval. You just need God's. And so, when John stood up to Herod, told him the truth, Herod got upset and put him in prison. And you know what John didn't do while he was in prison? He didn't recant. He said, I was wrong, it's perfectly fine. That adultery is perfectly fine. He didn't do that. I could imagine a man of the wilderness being locked up in one of those prisons. It had to be driving him nuts, but he still stood firm. Did have some doubts, as other passages talk about, because when you're in a situation like that, you can get your doubts. But what he did is sent his disciples to get answers, not just recant, not just change his mind. So, the point being, okay, he told the truth. Herod locked him up because he didn't want to hear the truth. He wanted people to congratulate him. The thing to take away from that is, no matter what happens, keep holding on to the truth of God's Word. I hope this has been A blessing. See you next time. Bye.